So that was actually the first time that I've done that in a while, where I've clicked on the intro thing, the link to get it. Oop, I just hit my microphone to get it to start, and it didn't automatically start.
Oh,
I actually had to go down and hit play, which is not normal because normally I struggle because it wants to play before I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like that's the norm.
Anyway,
Tell
so
the
let's get back to our conversation.
What we were talking about. Yes.
Well, I had a little procedure which we've known about for a while because I canceled it twice before, or postponed it twice, and I finally had it. So now I'm the Claw.
Show people.
I'm the Claw.
Do you remember who was the Claw on wrestling of old, in the old?
No, not the wrestling.
days?
I thought you were going to say the movie.
It was Baron von Raschke. Baron von Raschke, and
he also the Red Baron?
And he was the Claw. He may have been, but he had completely shaved bald, which back when that was a thing, probably Telly Savalas
kind of still is.
I think he's probably dead now, but
well, Telly Savalas is, yeah. Well, actually,
so's the Claw.
You keep talking
too. Baron von Raschke.
Yeah,
I think they both are. Sadly, but you got to go. You got to go. But anyway, he was great, and his Claw, and it was hilarious because we used to watch wrestling like that, and he would do this Claw thing. And that was his finishing move. He'd get it on somebody's head and he'd say, "I can't let go. I can't let go." And people would everybody bought into it that he really couldn't let go. And and he would just kill them right there. And they'd be done.
There's a movie out there called Idle Hands, which is about that.
Oh,
it's not really. It's a teenage rom-com type of thing with what's her name? Jessica Alba.
Oh, gosh,
Telly
what a
Savalas
shame.
Died.
That poor woman is just disgusting.
Telly Savalas died in 1994.
Nice. Okay. I would have guessed later than that, but 94. Okay, Telly.
Yeah,
he was famous for
anyone
what?
who doesn't know, for Kojak.
Yeah, he was famous for putting what in his mouth?
Oh, a sucker.
Sounds dirty, but isn't.
Yeah. No, he liked to put suckers in his mouth.
Like, wasn't it like... I don't know if he used the brand name or not, but it was like Tootsie Pops, right?
I don't know.
Or
let's
just
see.
a lollipop.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Wait.
It was probably a quit smoking thing.
Telly Savalas was Jennifer Aniston's godfather. I did not know that.
I did know that. Yes, I had heard that. Yes.
You're so fancy.
Well, her dad was John Aniston, right?
Aniston. Yep.
Yeah.
A famous director, producer, director. Yeah.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Cool. Something like that.
See,
yeah. So
this
anyway.
is a wealth of knowledge. Okay. So please continue.
Useless knowledge.
The
Claw.
Yes.
So I had surgery, folks. Yep. And I can actually I can't straighten because it's in a bandage, but I can actually straighten my pinky now, which why I had the surgery. Yeah.
What?
And John made the mistake.
How many in your party? He could not do anything but say 3. So if there were 4 people,
there were times there were things that I could not do with my hand anymore that I normally could. Like I couldn't stick up my middle finger on my left hand.
Which
like alone
in traffic
that's horrible.
It's really
horrible, especially when you're right-handed. Yeah, it is. It is.
That's wow. Yeah. How many in your party? No, I meant 4. I swear. I'm sorry. But that's why it was very important for you to have the surgery.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, it never hurt. It wasn't, well, sometimes it did, almost like when weather got bad, but not really like hurt.
Yep.
It was never a pain point, but I was having more trouble typing because I couldn't use my pinky anymore. So
I don't even know how you would do that.
You can't. I couldn't. So it was kind of getting in the way, and it was annoying.
What was the progression over time?
So if you see my normal pinky, it just slowly started bending in like that.
Well, yeah, but over time, how much time did it take?
Years.
In high school, you were fine, or when did you start noticing?
This didn't start. This is probably the last 3 or 4 years, maybe even 2.
Okay.
It wasn't very long.
Interesting.
Not very long.
Common?
But if it is common with people with
European heritage
descent.
Yes.
Northern
so
Nordic.
Okay, got
it. More Nordic. I'm going to butcher the real name for it. So
that's okay. I looked it up when we talked about it. And I
Yeah.
think this was off air. We talked about it, and it was
Oh, I'm sure we've talked
very
about it on here.
impressive. Yeah, I think I probably have it on
it
one
is
of our
called
texts.
Dupuytren's. Hold on, I gotta find it. Dupuytren's contraction. Dupuytren's contraction. Dupuytren contracture.
That's what I got too.
Yeah. Also called Viking's disease.
Really?
Yes. That's why they call it Viking's disease, because it only happens to about a very small percentage of people from Nordic, or that have Nordic descent, which is kind of weird because I don't have much. I really don't, unless they consider Dutch Nordic, which I'm not 100% sure.
I wonder if it's
So
environmental because you did time in Minneapolis or in Minnesota.
no, I don't know. But funny story. So the doctor, a very nice guy. He's from he's from Ohio originally. Went to med school here in Nashville. Went to Vanderbilt, but did his residency in Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah. So and he had a friend who was trying to convince him after residency to practice in Minnesota, but he decided to come back to Tennessee. So, but anyway, we were talking in the original meeting. He was telling, and he would just kept saying the Dupuytren's contraction, blah, 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 blah. So we walk out after chatting, and we chatted about his residency and chatted about, Minnesota and stuff like that. He walks out and tells the nurse, okay, he needs to get set up for surgery. To take care of his Viking's disease. It was the first time he had used it.
Interesting.
And I'm like, buddy, no, I'm sorry. I was not a Vikings fan. I was a Green Bay Packers fan. Yes. He's like, no. That's the name of it. He says it's called Vikings disease. And that's when he explained the etymology about it. So it was very interesting. But yeah, I had to
Vikings
tell my wife
disease.
that joke.
Everybody in Wisconsin has Vikings disease.
Everyone in Wisconsin has Vikings disease.
Yeah, it's not inaccurate.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
I'm glad you got it done. Yeah. What's the time frame on having the that off?
Well, so I'm on head on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today is Monday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 10, 9, 8, 7. I have 7 more days with this before I can get it taken
Monday,
off.
So we're not skipping work though, because it is Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day. Yes. Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
And to all those who have gone before
lost someone.
Yes, that's what a blessing to have people like that for this country. So yes, thank you to all who
thank you for your sacrifice.
Ultimate sacrifice.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So,
and that's the end of the show, folks.
Thanks for stopping. I need to put some hot dogs on. And we've got a sheet sale over at Kohl's. Just kidding.
Ooh,
I don't. That probably is.
Probably not. You can go buy a car.
It's a white sale. I will tell you, and this is funny. To me, it will be to you too, because I know your sense of humor. A friend of mine was going to, I get this brilliant idea. We're going to do a white sale at the dealership. He ordered a ton of white cars, and he thought he was such a genius. And
it's actually not a bad idea.
It's okay. You can do it. It's better to use AI to do it these days. He actually had a whole bunch of white cars, and he couldn't get rid of them. And I'm just like, dude, what were you thinking? Well, it was a great sale. It was a really, but not everybody buys white cars.
Right. But the thought was there, and the thought was actually a decent idea.
Which is where, again, a perfect application for AI. Look at this. We've got the white sale going. Fine. And you could actually, with AI, it would be cool because you could, like make it look like you were tucking the cars into bed, the white sale where, like sheets you always have.
Okay, you're going way too far with that one.
Hey, at least I didn't end up with a whole bunch of white cars in inventory.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
So there. Wow. Yeah, back in the old days. So what else is on your mind? First of all, you got that, and I'm sorry I didn't catch it. How much longer with the bandage? 7 more days. Okay, and then brand new.
It should be. I will have to do. I have 2 more doctor's appointments. The first one is to get the cast. I call it a cast. It's not really a cast.
Kind of looks like a cast, though.
It does look like a cast, but it's a soft bandage.
Okay.
But then, so I go get that taken off, and that is my first and only, honestly, therapist appointment, so
Oh,
they'll give me exercises to
yeah,
make sure
PT.
I can get it going.
Yeah,
PT, and then I have another one about a week after that just to check on everything, and that should be it.
awesome.
And I should be good to go. Normal as I can be,
Well, yeah, let's
but
not
not very
push it.
normal. Yeah.
Let's not push it. But
But, no,
cool.
it's not a horrible procedure. I don't know. You and I were talking earlier. I've got people we know who have had hand surgery,
Hmm.
specifically trigger finger.
Hmm.
So, and I'm picking all the dog hair off of it. I'm sorry. It's annoying me. I'm gonna have to get the roller ball and roll it
Well,
before I go to work tomorrow. But
that would be funny.
I, but anyway, I don't know how long they've had to have the bandages on.
Mhm.
I was actually surprised when they said I have to wait 10 days, and it
Oh,
is annoying as hell. I feel bad for anyone who has a real cast that
oh
has to
my
keep it on for
gosh.
weeks
I
because
remember those days.
this is annoying as hell.
I tore ligaments in my ankle one year and many years
Mm.
ago playing volleyball inside a racquetball court, which was a fun game, but man, I stepped on somebody's foot under the
Ooh.
net and it just tore these ligaments all
Mm.
to pieces.
Yeah.
So I was in a cast for 8 weeks. The
Mm.
doctor said the next time you sprain your ankle, you'll be in a cast for 8 weeks. I said, "Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
wow.
again? Oh, that would be great." Well, it was a hard cast, and it just was I haven't had any other casts besides that, and
Yeah.
it was horrific. Not
Yeah,
good.
this is not I'm not enjoying it because I have to just like a cast, I have to cover it when I shower. I can't get it wet. So, you know, you would think, "Oh, great, you just be careful and no, I can't do anything." Like, the doctor literally said, "If you get any ideas of going out and doing yard work,
Oh,
or if
man.
you're gonna go clean the garage, don't." And I'm
Did you
like,
pay the
"But
doctor to say that? Jen, I
no,
swear, I
I
swear.
swear, I swear." But no, and I'm like, "That's cool. No big deal." And then now I'm sitting though, because it's raining, and that is the
Mhm.
other so I could that's the other thing. He said, "Don't let it dangle for too long and don't swing it like when you're walking. Keep it elevated, keep it up."
Sure.
So I have to keep it here the whole time. So I'm like, "Okay, I can't do any lawn work," which is fine because it's raining.
Yeah.
I can't do anything in the garage, which was actually my first thing when I started getting bored on Saturday was I'll go clean the oh, no, can't go clean the garage. And so I have honestly have sat on the couch, watched TV more this weekend than I have in a long time. And I watch a lot of TV, folks. Don't get me wrong. I do watch a lot of TV, but I have been watching pretty much all day long because there's nothing for me. I'm like, oh, I'll go hiking, pouring rain, which I don't mind hiking in the rain. I will go
Sure.
hiking in the rain, but I
Not with
can't get
that.
this wet.
Not not with that.
So yeah,
Wow.
it's been annoying. But Jen and I actually finished a puzzle yesterday in one day, which we
Wow.
never do, 1,000-piece puzzle. So
Nice.
yeah, I have been bored out of my mind, and
And hence
I
PoddiMouths.
can't type. Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
I know, let's do a PoddiMouths episode.
Yeah, exactly. I can't type, so, there goes doing much work. I can read, that's about it. So,
Or
yeah,
audiobooks.
I'm done. No, I meant read for work.
Ah, you don't
Like,
wanna
I
do
could
that.
read things, but I can't
Don't do it.
respond to things.
Don't
So,
do it.
well, like, what can I do? There is really literally nothing that I
You
can do
can
right
pet the
now.
dogs. You can pet the
I do pet the
doggies.
dogs, that's why it's covered with dog hair.
On the other hand,
Yeah, I could go plant the rest of my garden, but I can't do that either because
in
I
the
can't
rain,
wash my
no,
hand.
you can't. We know better. We know better.
So,
Well, so this is good. This
it's
is so everybody gets
it
potty mouths
it's
on Tuesday because we did this Monday.
exactly. But it has been restful. I will say I've slept more, I've slept
Oh,
better
good.
than I have in a
Wow.
long time. So it was probably something I needed, and I was
Good.
kind of forced to do it, which
Awesome.
is just chill and do nothing.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
I also, before I went into the doctor, weighed myself, and
yeah.
I am, for the first time since I was maybe a sophomore in college, so over 30 years now,
Mhm.
I am under 180 pounds.
Whew.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, that is
That's
now,
tiny.
I mean, let's be frank about it. It's 177 pounds, but still, I broke
That's
180, which I have not done since I was that young,
yeah, high school
30
for me.
years.
High school for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I
I was
was, 180 in high school.
138 pounds when I left for college.
Yeah, I remember you saying
Yeah,
that.
148. I got up to 148 in freshman year,
Wow.
and yeah, sophomore year was the last time I was 180 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
or
it
less
didn't
than.
take long for me to get to 200 in college, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
It did
Michelob? Yeah, I love
right.
ooh, glug, glug, glug.
It did take me a while to get to 200. Like, I hit 180 and I kinda 185 and plateaued for many years.
Mhm.
But, yeah, it was after college is when I went up over 200 pounds.
I don't even remember. I mean, I think back 10 years, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't really remember exactly where I was. I know where I am now, and I need to be down for sure, which I'm
Yeah.
continuing to work on, but it's yeah, it's, I don't I remember high school just because, the basketball programs and, you'd have height and weight and all that
Yep.
crap, and but that was the last time I was south of 200 that I can remember.
Yeah. I mean, I have been a couple of times since, but, after college, I didn't get below 200 until I was about ready to get married. And I
Ah,
got down to 190, I think,
mhm,
when we got married, but that was it.
hmm.
So, yeah. And then the
Interesting.
last time I did a big weight drop, I got down to 180 I think 186, and that was the only reason that stuck out is because I just never made it to 185, and I was trying so hard.
Well, but
186 was the lowest it got.
your methodology is pretty consistent or has been at least, and that's you are a portion manager, right?
Actually, no, not
And
this
you
time.
walk a lot.
Yeah, not this time either. So
Okay.
this
So
time,
now
this
you made a liar out of me. Go ahead.
yeah,
Fix
no,
it.
no, normally you would be right, and I do like to walk, but I haven't walked as much as in recent years.
Mhm.
This time it's been less about portions and more about what.
Ah,
So I've
okay.
gone a different I can't get enough calories in. So I have found that I have a higher than normal metabolism
Mhm.
that because I used to eat a lot of shit.
Mm.
So I've cleaned
Well,
up. So I eat
we've
I
talked about that, yes.
yeah, I cut out pretty much all sugar,
Mhm,
and that was the biggest thing, cut out pretty much all sugar and pretty much all carbs.
mhm.
Not all, the healthies, like, I still eat rice, and once in a while, I'll have pasta, and I cheat. I still have cheat days.
Sure.
Um, f Friday when I had my surgery was definitely a cheat day. I, last night was a little bit of a cheat day because I did have ice cream, but, I cut out most dairy too, with the exception
Mm,
of some high quality cheeses,
mhm.
and that's the key, is high quality. So I
Yeah.
have high quality cheese. I eat a lot of chicken breasts. I eat a lot of steak. I do eat a lot still eat a lot of vegetables.
Mhm,
You and I were talking about my favorite dish, which is the yogurt and peanut butter.
mhm,
So folks, this is by far my new favorite thing. I've got all natural peanut butter, which is
mhm,
just peanut butter and salt, or peanuts and salt rather.
mhm.
And I mix that with a good Greek yogurt, some honey, some cinnamon, hemp seeds, and chia seeds. Mix that all up until it's like a mousse, and then it is my favorite right now. And I eat it when we eat a lot of eggs. Both Jen and I
Mm,
eat a lot of eggs.
mhm. What's a
So
lot?
that's a lot. 3 to 4 a day,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem like a lot to a lot of people, but that's for us, it's a lot.
Yeah, you're not
Especially when you're buying them.
bodybuilders. You're not
Right,
bodybuilders, so it's
right,
not like you eat a dozen a day or anything like that, but I'm
right.
absolutely 3 or 4 every
Yep.
day. It's
And
just
it's so I do that in the morning. That's pretty much my breakfast. I
yeah.
have 3 eggs, sometimes 4, depending on how hungry I am,
Mhm,
and I drink coffee, and that's supposed to be the magical elixir.
mhm.
And it must be because I've dropped 35 pounds.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good
But
work.
I did cut a lot of salt out too, and, but sticking
Mm.
with healthy fats, a lot of protein, don't cut
It's
out the vegetables, and
it's
then
odd
cut the carbs and cut out all sugar.
because people are different in how
Yep.
they react to stuff, and, I am I I'm very salt forward these days. And I've
Mhm.
always had blood pressure stuff, and I'm on
Yep.
meds, and it's managed. It's pretty good. If I do not intake enough salt, I start getting crampy.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
middle of the night, I will wake up with, Charlie horses, and man, wake you up is oh
Oh, yeah.
my gosh, it's crazy. But if I do and so I do, LMNT,
Yep.
it's just an addition. I mostly when I'm traveling because they have the little envelopes, and that's great.
Yeah. It's
Pop it
much
in a
easier when
bottle
you're
of water.
traveling.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And it's been great. It's a little salty drink, and it's not crazy, but it helps to keep it balanced a little bit, and
Yep.
man, that the cramping is the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, my doctor, when I was having all of the high blood pressure stuff,
Mhm.
she said, "Don't cut out salt. Just cut back on it. Just don't don't cut it out. You need it. And
So
she was
many
right,
people
and
have been given bad insight on some of that stuff.
yeah,
It's oh my goodness, and it goes back. I mean, it's been going on forever. My dad died at 53 years old, and he was, had heart issues, and sure, they were trying to treat it though, and vitamin E, that was the big thing, and then you can't have any eggs, and no cholesterol, and you got to
yeah,
no fat, and it was terrible.
yeah.
As we have come to learn, that is not the way to combat that stuff. You don't
Yes,
get
exactly.
fat from eating fat. And,
Yeah.
the cholesterol thing is the jury's still out on that. That continues to evolve in what they know about cholesterol.
Well,
Um,
that's the weird thing. When I got my blood tests, that
yep.
was the only all my blood tests, that was the only thing that on the list that said it was high.
Mhm.
And and this was during the blood pressure thing, and I asked my doctor, I'm like, "Is that are you worried about it?" She's like, "No." "What?" This "No, it's fine. That's the good cholesterol.
Yeah,
Keep it
the
up."
HDL. HDL
Yeah.
is great.
Have a
Happy
few more
H,
eggs.
happy. Well, really, exactly, and that's what it comes down to, and cashews and things like
Yep,
that are the good fats that cause you to feel
yep.
fuller and,
Avocado.
not eat
Yep.
as much sugar and the other stuff. Yes,
Yeah.
avocado is exceptional, but anyway,
Yeah. Now,
it's
the
those
biggest
things.
problem I have is I am a sweet tooth. I will cheat once in a while. I told you I had ice cream the other
Mhm,
day, and once in a while, like yesterday, I also had a piece of candy.
mhm.
I just don't I don't do it to the level I used to, because I would probably have not the same thing, but I'll just say for sake of example, I would have a bag of gummy bears, not a whole bag, but
Yes, that's
probably
true.
no,
I
actually, that's not.
remember you
I would have a
telling me
whole bag
that.
of gummy bears a day.
When you
I
were
love gummy
driving
bears.
in the car, you said, "Oh,
Yes.
I've got a whole thing of gummy bears?" And, yeah, I
Yeah. Well,
was
I
surprised by
can't.
that, but funny.
I have such a small bladder that if I drink coffee, I'm peeing every 5
Yeah,
minutes. So
you
what
said
am I
that
gonna do
too.
to stay awake? I'm just gonna eat candy because it just keeps me
Gummy
awake as I'm
bears.
driving.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a gummy
So I don't
bear
do that anymore. I
fiend.
don't
No.
but I still have to find my fix. So
Yes.
the other thing I've been doing, I have frozen berries in the freezer.
Excellent.
It's a good place to have frozen berries, but I
Yes.
have frozen berries, and
Yes.
that's usually my
In the
dessert.
oven, they just do
In
not
the oven, they do
last.
not do
Yeah.
well. No, not the freezing part. Um, so I have frozen berries, I have the peanut butter concoction, and, then I bought at Costco a big, huge bag of dates and a big, huge bag of figs,
Oh, boy.
and that's how I try to, and with honey, not on the figs and stuff, but,
Sure.
those are my sweeteners, so I
Oh, well.
try to stick to that if
Those
I
are good
need to
ones. Those are
satisfy my
good
sweet
ones.
tooth.
Yeah, for sure. And that's again, it's a great lesson too for others that it's the processed sugars and
Yeah,
that are so bad for us. And
yep,
again, it's stuff that we hadn't heard about. I put together a concoction, using your word, that I had seen on YouTube. I know, big surprise. And this lady, it's like a layered, what did she call it? It's almost like a tiramisu,
mhm,
but you start with graham crackers, which are not very sugary typically
right,
in the scheme of things. And then you layer it with sugar-free pudding and mix in sugar-free Cool Whip in
mhm,
with it, and so it gets kind of creamier. And then you layer it with that and the graham crackers, and then on the top, well, there may be just a little bit of melted semi-sweet chocolate. Um, but oh my gosh, it's so good and not sweet, not crazy sweet,
hmm,
and a very little sugar other than what's in the graham crackers. It's a
nice,
trade-off. But yeah, that's
nice.
delicious. I like the sugar-free stuff.
Yeah, it's,
You can
yeah,
suffer
I
through
still, even with that, for me,
fruits
even
are
with that, I
better.
try to stay away from even that,
Yep,
but here's the other thing,
and it
I
is
there might be
processed, yes.
s it is processed. There might
Yep.
be some other people on there going, "Well, you probably," like you said, "you're walking a lot and stuff." I haven't. I did get a gym membership. I've gone 3 times so far.
Mm,
So I have not been working out. I have not been walking. Quite literally lost all this weight
wow.
by changing my diet.
Yeah,
And like I told you at the beginning, I am still struggling to get enough calories.
yeah.
Like I am still losing. I don't need to be any lighter than I am now, and I am still losing
Oh,
weight.
I laugh because I can't even imagine saying that, making that statement. I can't get
Can't get
enough
enough
calories.
calories?
I'll be
Yeah.
right back. I'm gonna go get some more calories because holy
Well,
crap.
my wife said, "Now I see where Peyton gets it because Peyton does not get enough calories."
Works in the
And she
deficit,
is
yeah.
yeah, and I guess she gets it from me because I eat right, I eat clean,
Mm,
I'm just it's gone, just
yeah,
gone. Yep.
that's awesome.
Sorry, folks, I know everyone's different for those of you who can't just change your diet and lose weight.
Well, and it is, but it's still choices. It's everyday
Yep,
choices, and we make them, and at some point, you get to know yourself, and you know what you can do and can't do,
yep,
so, yeah, it's still choices, and for me, same for me. Um, yeah, it's it's just part of the fun, but you've
yeah.
committed to it, and it helps that you all, well, especially you and Jen, eat well together. That's a huge deal.
Mm,
Oh,
yes and
sometimes
no.
she does, sometimes she doesn't.
No, sometimes she doesn't. She
Really?
recognizes that because she does not lose weight, with a calorie deficit. So she has to do the working out
Uh-huh,
and she doesn't eat as clean as I do. And then the other part of it too is even though I don't never drank a lot, I even cut back on that too.
uh-huh,
So, I might have one drink every other weekend, usually
uh-huh.
on PoddiMouths while we're, making fun, which is probably
Shocking.
why I'm a lightweight now. But,
Probably.
and I'm also very careful about what I drink. So,
Mhm.
it's, um, I I always made fun of myself because I'm bougie just because I'm bougie, but in reality, I can just say, "No, I choose the higher end liquors because they're better for you. They're cleaner." I'm just gonna go with that for now
Cool.
instead
Yeah,
of the
let me
bougie
know how
part.
that works out.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yes, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is it's an ongoing challenge for some folks, for a lot of folks. And I'm seeing more people that are doing the injections,
yep.
and there's something, and maybe it's just in my head, there's something constant, or let's say consistent, about them, and it's not good. It's not a good
Right.
outcome, it doesn't seem to me. And
For some people, I think there's some that definitely need that because just exactly what we were just talking
yep.
about. There are some people that they could eat exactly what I'm eating right now,
Yeah.
very clean, and they will not lose a pound.
I'm not sure that's true. However,
I'm not either, but still,
but they'll tell you
they
that.
might not have they might not have the experience I have.
Yeah, I would agree. And that's a good distinction. I think, yeah, I don't know. Some people they're morbidly obese. I get that,
Yep, they're predisposed to
and
that.
it used to be get your tummy tied or whatever that was,
Yep.
that sort of a deal. The trouble is, they just the people I've seen do not look healthy, or as
No,
healthy as they would be if they had done it, in a different way.
the natural way, right? But I'm not defending anyone.
No,
I think everyone makes choices.
and I'm not
So
attacking.
I
No, no,
think
no. I don't.
yeah,
Yeah, don't
but
don't hear what I'm not saying.
I think there are some people that are going this route because they recognize they're not healthy. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt.
For sure.
They recognize they're not healthy. They just can't get it
Yep.
kickstarted, and they're doing this to kickstart it.
Kickstarting is one thing. However, the only way it's going to stay off on this path is to
Is
continue doing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's called a kickstart,
But
you
it's
know?
not. It's not a kickstart if you're on it forever.
Right,
That's
right.
that's
Well, you're not
a
supposed to be
I
on it
just
forever.
yes, you are. That's what they're I've
Seriously?
asked that question. So what
Huh.
happens when these people who are doing the injectables that, you know, to what, 10 years from now? How long are they doing it? Well, you get to your ideal weight, and then what? You stop completely? What's going to change?
Well, it's
And
kinda like Rogaine.
it I know nothing about that.
Well, obviously.
Neither do you.
Neither do I.
I'm sorry. It was too
That
easy.
was too easy.
We both have hats on, and we're not showing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's concerning because if they were going to, if you could just say, well, I don't have to do it again. It was kind of like the Atkins diet when I was
Yep.
on that years ago and lost a ton of weight. And over time you creep back up. And
Yep.
most people that I've spoken with about that, they creep back up to higher than they were originally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ding.
Well, and yeah, we can go on and on and on,
For
and
sure.
that's the thing because we're talking, and in the beginning, I wasn't eating as much
Yep.
as I am now, but that's the other thing. If you eat, it's the processed foods. hands down. It's the processed foods
No
that
doubt.
our country is killing us. I am gonna
Yeah.
stick to that. That's, me
I
going to the other side. I think our country is killing us.
I think
Um,
in the name of money, it seems like for a
yes,
lot of companies that they allow this because they're trying to look good for their shareholders. I don't know. It's just it's that's not the moral way to do business, if you ask me. I'm
agreed.
all about capitalism, but if
100%.
it's negative to your population, the people that you're
Yep.
trying to sell to, why would you do
Yeah.
that? That's like
Well,
being
and then
the
the
drug dealer
it
who sells fentanyl that doesn't care if it kills his customers.
exactly. And that's well, that is happening too, but
Yeah.
that's the other side of it too is you look at that and the argument is, well, it's cheaper to do it this way.
Mm,
Well, the rest of the world isn't letting you do that. So you're already making this other stuff. Is it really that much more expensive?
right.
Because in my mind, looking at it from a business perspective, if you're using two different ingredients, that you're doubling the amount of money you just have to put.
Exactly.
So why not just do it the healthy way?
It
Even that though, even so you can so let's take that a step further.
yeah,
So yes, I've made that statement. Yes, I think our country that are is trying to kill us. If you look at the pictures from the 70s and 80s and
yeah, I
compare
was
it
just
to
gonna go
today, and
there. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's night and day.
Well, in 60s and
Here,
50s and 40s, and back
oh
then, it's
yeah,
like, my god,
absolutely.
nobody was
Yeah.
even chubby.
Nobody was no, exactly.
No.
Exactly. And I think though that even if it's you can have decent processed food as long as it has minimal ingredients. So, the bars, you can get the bars that are made with the dates and stuff. There's
Sure.
only like 4
Yeah.
ingredients. It's eggs, it's dates. Those are
Yep.
technically good. They're not great for you. They're not great, but they're good for you.
Yes.
They're okay for you.
Well, it's a better
But
choice than a
still
lot of the other stuff that's out there.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's even with that if you were to eat one of those a day, you'd still have the same problems you would have if you were eating other processed food because it is processed food. So what you have to do is eat the whole foods. You have to eat
Mm.
the steak, the chicken, and chicken's not even that good for you, and the eggs, and
Chicken's
in their
fine.
single. It's fine. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not from
Macro view, yes.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Um, but yeah, it's eating those foods that our ancestors ate because
Yeah.
they didn't have processed anything. And and then you could even go into the glyphosate and all the
Mhm.
crap that's on our to if you're going to go make bread, why is Italian bread made actual in Italy? Why is it so much less damaging as our bread? Well, let's look at how things are grown here.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
hello,
Yeah, I know.
your light
Hey
came
hey
on.
hey, Google, turn off Office.
No, it was good. It gave more light to you.
Yeah, I don't
You
want more
brightened
light.
up.
I'm
Oh,
old. I don't want to look yeah. He looks really good, but yeah, well, that's because there are no lights on.
exactly.
No, that is actually what I'm trying to get turned off. We left town for a little bit, and so I've got programmed into my, Google Home, animation, which is or an automation rather, which
Automation.
turns on
Mhm.
lights, certain spots in the house to make it look like somebody's home. And
Right.
so, yep, sorry, there's my secret. Now you'll know, I'm
We
home
won't say
most of the
what time of
time,
day
so
it
don't
is.
even yeah. Anyway, but, so they changed there was a software download while we're on vacation, and I came back. I can't get back to the animations that I had set up,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
still
I
going
have
on
that.
and off just like they were
Yep.
before. So, yeah,
I have that
anyway,
problem too.
yeah, anyway, it's funny and makes me laugh as long as it's not the middle of the night, blasting the master bedroom lights or something.
Yeah.
That's not gonna but that has not happened
Yeah,
so
my favorite is Google knows my voice,
yep,
and it should know Peyton and Jen's, but it doesn't necessarily. So Peyton has sometimes gone up to her room and said, "Hey, you know who,
yeah,
uh, turn off all lights and outlets because that'll just shut everything off."
sure.
And Jen and I are already in bed, and we've got one light in our room and it all instead of all the lights going off, all the lights come on. Yeah,
Oh,
and then you can hear
buddy.
her panicking because she's trying to get all the lights to
Oh
shut
my
off. Yeah,
gosh.
it
That's
is pretty
awesome.
funny.
Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe not at the time, but yeah.
no, exactly.
That's awesome. Yes,
The
I
best part
know,
is when the
third world.
power goes out and you forget that you know he can't hear you when the power's out.
Yes. Yep. Happily, we haven't had deal with that too often yet.
Yeah. I do
Hopefully
think
it
it's
won't
funny that
happen.
you call it office though, because that's what if I turn it on right now, you're not gonna see it because I have my background on, but that's what I call my light up here too, is
Well, of
office.
course. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got living room, I've got, uh, what else? The library, which because it's the light
Library.
sits on top of the, bookshelf.
Nice. Library. I love that. And
Yeah.
it sounds like we're playing Clue.
Yep. Then we got
Yes.
my favorite though, everyone's favorite in the house, and I haven't changed it, is the living room
Mm,
because I can tell you know who to turn on the living or
yeah.
turn off the living.
Ah, that's funny.
Why are you turning off the living? You murderer.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, something killed him. Yeah, that was what it was. And we
Yep.
have some outlets too.
Yep.
So outside, we it's funny because you do it with the place, and that's what the turn off the
Yeah.
lanai or whatever, and it handles all of that just like you want it to. So
I have
funny.
one. I had two. Well, I've got a lot of the plugs, but I had one that was called Christmas tree,
Mm.
and I have one that was called porch lights.
Mhm.
The Christmas tree one, I got into the settings and finally was able to change it
Yeah.
because, it would say, "Oh, Christmas tree not connected." No shit, the Christmas tree's not connected. I bet it's not Christmas. But,
That's
but
funny.
I have one that's called porch. I
Mhm.
can't find it anywhere because I took
Oh,
it off the porch and I used it somewhere else and it's disconnected. So it's
funny.
probably in storage. So every time I tell, who to turn off all the lights and outlets, porch can't be found.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Again, our first world problems that
You're right?
we have to deal with,
Exactly.
but it
Exactly.
is odd how it all, and there are glitches, and there are, for the most part, though, it's pretty cool. Lisa will go
Yeah.
into the management app, which is um, it's the bridge that controls all of it, and so she'll
Mhm.
go to that app and just manually turn them all off that she
Yeah.
wants because she gets tired of. She would say kitchen would not be recognized. And if you would like to get your voice, and she'd start swearing, and it seems like she would recognize you now with that voice, honey. Um, the swearing voice. Oh, Lisa, that's
Yeah.
you. But anyway,
Now I understand.
yes, exactly.
Turning off kitchen.
That's the voice I've heard.
That's funny.
Yeah, gotta like
That's
it.
very funny. Yeah,
So
Jen
that's
gets annoyed
us.
too, but she can't figure out the app. But I did use
Uh,
like last night I had to use the app because I was in our bedroom. Jen was already asleep and I'm like, well, I can't tell Google to shut everything off
mm,
because she's gonna
mm,
talk to me. So I went into the app and started tapping, turning
yes,
everything
I've
off.
done that before too.
Yeah. Except it can't find my strip lights. So I have
Oh, not that.
the lights, the long strip that are
Mhm,
in the kitchen that
mhm,
light up.
same.
It's usually in the app, but it's not a Google product. It's a TP link.
Well, and
So
that's an outlet
no, this
or
one is
plug?
it's its own. It's a plug.
Yeah.
No, it's not a plug. It's actually a light.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've got some lights and I've got some plugs.
Same.
And yeah, it didn't recognize. I'm like, screw it. It's just the strip lights, little LED
Whatever.
lights. Yeah.
Oh my
Ah,
goodness. Well, cool. And
yeah.
honestly, for a day like this, I I don't know. We don't have any real big plans. We should do some Memorial Day things, and so we
Yeah.
did hot dogs last night, but we
Nice.
didn't do them outside because it was hotter than a mad dog out in the lanai. So,
Oh, really?
well, we'll just do them in the
Oh,
air conditioning.
it's been so hot here too.
Yeah.
I actually, so we still have a hole in our house because the
Yes.
glass still hasn't come.
Yeah. Awesome.
And, so the humidity has gone way up, which it's not supposed to be this humid yet, this early in Tennessee,
Hmm.
but it's getting there.
Yeah.
And so I actually had to pull because it it's one of those semi-broken things, but it seems to be working right now. Our dehumidifier. So I had to
Ah.
pull that out of the garage yesterday
Mhm.
and actually because we were gonna trash it because it doesn't always work, but it's working now, and I've been dehumidifying the downstairs, which
Awesome.
it's amazing how much that little device will change just the entire environment in the
For
house.
sure.
But it's been bad, but I keep getting upset with Jen because she keeps the bathroom door open. Like she'll go take a shower and then she'll open the bathroom door to let the steam come out. And I'm like, no, because there's a big hole in the door. There's a big hole in the wall. If you do that, you're letting all the humidity go throughout the entire house. It's like, "Oh, shit." Yeah.
I forgot.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's all part of the fun. So what
Uh,
is what's the ETA on the whole?
I have no idea. I emailed them on Friday and they never responded. So they reached out about a week and a half ago saying it's still not in. We'll let you know.
Mm,
And then a week and a half later, I'm like, guys, come on. This is getting a little ridiculous. But I can't go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere else because then I'm going to start the whole process from scratch. So if it
exactly.
isn't, and these guys come very highly recommended.
Yeah.
Like they're one of the top in town. So it's not. I don't feel like they're the type that would screw you
Yep.
because I've done all my research. So I don't know.
It's
I don't
just
know. I don't.
tough. We've had the same issues with a plumber who was referred to us, and we have, like, a handful of things like we talked about that we, need to get done around the house, but, trying to get them, "Oh, hey, I was expecting you today, and, oh, I accidentally" his secretary, "accidentally put you on the calendar for next week." "Oh, so
Yeah,
are we doing next week then? Because that's okay." And, "Well, I'll have to get back to" nothing. So we're just waiting to
it's
see
annoying.
what
It's
that
and
is.
there's not much you can do. I
No,
guess. I
but they're
mean,
nice people, and
they're very nice
once
people.
they
They're
get it done,
great
that's
so
fine.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too. I am worried about it, but I'm not because we've lived with it this long. It's not like. But I would really like to have a completed house.
Yes, that would be
And
nice,
I
wouldn't
and
it?
to be perfectly honest, I'm holding off on other repairs until
Yeah,
this is done.
yeah.
So, like, I have to get the roof repaired in that same area, but I want the window in before that
That
happens,
would make sense.
yeah, yeah.
All
Anyway,
these homeowner
all
troubles.
I'm done. I just want what? I want a nice little cabin in Montana, I'd be happy.
Yes, because 'cause you'll
I'm done
never
with
have to do any work on that house.
never have to do I didn't say I own the house, I just said I'd want a house.
Yeah, you'll just wait for the landlord to come.
Exactly,
Mm,
exactly.
I think an RV is you need an
Oh,
RV.
talk about work. Jeez.
Yes, that would
Kinda
be
like a
some.
boat. Be worse than a boat.
Mm,
Not really worse because then you gotta get in the water, and
yeah,
Montana water's cold.
yeah. The
All
boat
the
thing,
ice and the snow, yeah.
not the boat thing.
Speaking of
Just
boat
friends.
thing, and it's not
Yes,
really, but, we were talking earlier about KYD, Keep Your
yes,
Daydream,
yes.
and they're in St. Pete. So I guess so they bought a bungalow, quote, unquote, "several years ago." I
Yeah,
get that finally at the
I
end, and
remember.
they bought, or they were building a garage and an apartment above the garage, and that's why I texted you, like, "They're
Mhm,
building in St. Pete."
mm.
But I don't think they got rid of their place in Arizona. So what I think, if I'm guessing, they haven't come out and said it directly, and maybe they have in an episode I just haven't seen. But it seems like they've got houses all over the country that they Airbnb,
Ah, that
and I'm
wouldn't
thinking
surprise me.
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They're pretty business savvy people.
Yeah, they sure seem to be, and if you're not familiar with them, listeners and viewers, it's, KYD, Keep Your Daydream, which is a YouTube channel that Nick and I,
Mhm.
unbeknownst to each other for a while,
Yeah,
followed, and they're just cool people, but
yeah,
mostly, for me at least, it started with their RVing around the country, all over the country, and then since outside the country. But they have a ton of science and cool people, raise their families or their
yep,
family in an RV, which is pretty awesome. And they've changed from, oh my gosh, they've had massive fifth wheels to
yep,
Airstreams to, remember that it was like a bus.
yeah,
I can't remember, but it was
yep.
an older one that was pretty cool and a fun.
It was pretty
They
cool.
sucked it up, and I don't know for how long, 6 months anyway, I think they had it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was they're interesting people, and
yeah.
the best part, I love them because they're my age. So
Yes,
it's, because you watch a lot of these YouTubers and they're either a lot older and already retired, or they're a lot younger, and it
exactly.
just no one's representing my age group, folks, and this is a problem.
It
No,
is a
I
terrible
really don't
problem.
care, but it is fun to see people that are, and they're, but the difference, for at least for me and for my
Mm,
experience, is they're empty nesters. Their kids are out of the house,
yes, but they
and they
weren't
had
early
3?
on. You've just seen the
They had 2 or
progression.
3. Yeah,
3, I think,
exactly.
yeah, young the boys are twins,
I don't think the boys are twins.
and then the older
Then they
daughter
have a
I don't
daughter.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
older
anyway,
daughter. Anyway, doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Nice
They're all
people.
out.
Nice
Yep.
people. And I mentioned another one to you as well, which is uh,
I have it written down.
Fuel Your Wanderer or something like that.
Something like that.
Hold on, let me have it just because I didn't want to. Yes, Fuel Your Wanderer is what it's called. They bought cool people. They bought a Class A, and not just any Class A. I mean, high end stuff like the $1 million plus Class A.
Nice.
And then they had one, and they sold it, and then got another one, had it customized, and some pretty cool features on some of their vehicles. Well, and they bought like in an RV, specifically an RV campground, but
Hmm.
it's like you buy the properties in the park, and so they
Okay.
owned their own parking area there for their RV, and it's got a little
Gotcha.
casita, and you've
Yeah,
seen
I
those.
know. I've seen. Now I know who you're talking about. I've
Yeah,
seen these guys. Yeah.
cool people, and so
Yeah.
they had the casita, and they had all of that. They've sold everything. So now they're
Really
gonna build a house. Yeah, they're moving to the Pacific Northwest, and now
interesting.
they're going to,
I'm
yeah, build a
seeing
house.
more and more of these people do that, and I'm like,
I
ah.
don't know how long I could do it. Seriously.
You're right. You're right. I could not do it. And you run out of places, especially in the North America,
Sure.
unless you want to start going to South America. You run out of places to see at some
Yeah.
point, and you
Well,
can only go back to. I mean, it's fun, but
I
to do it for
guess
a living.
it's such a big land, though. It's not like, you
Oh,
could,
I
"Oh,
know.
I'd go back
But
to."
a lot of these guys have been doing it for 10
That's
years.
true. That's a fair point, and I don't know if I would be able to do that. You
Yeah,
gotta
I don't think
really
I.
like to travel and that whole
Yeah, yeah.
dynamic, which is
Well,
not amazing
even Kara,
sometimes.
even Kara and Nate,
Yeah,
who I'm a huge fan of,
yeah.
they now have a house.
Ah,
They bought a house in Leadville, Colorado.
oh, okay, Leadville's
So
cool.
they still travel everywhere. They still do it for a living,
Yeah,
and that's how they make their money. That's how they can afford a house in Colorado.
yeah, exactly.
But now they have a home base, which they've never had, and I
Mm,
I see a lot more people doing that now,
yeah.
especially as they get older.
Well, and that makes sense, and they're still kids, for the most part,
Yeah,
but
they are.
yeah, that's, and their travel's different. They weren't, RV
They
focused
were though.
necessarily. Yeah,
Not
but
necessarily.
yeah, it was more, their stuff that they would put out would be, like flying first class to Bahrain or
Yeah,
something like that, and you just
yeah,
go, "Okay, well, that's pretty sweet." It's travel based, but
yeah.
they weren't like the van people, like some
They
folks that you
were
see.
they were during COVID, but that was
Yes,
about
they
it.
were, you're exactly right. I forgot about that, you're right, and that was a change
That was a big
for
change, but
them,
that was
yeah,
funny. They still refer back to that all the time.
I'm
They still have
sure.
that van too.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway, well,
Speaking of that, just
John.
real quickly, you
Yeah,
said the
yeah,
C
yeah,
word. I have to just come back up with COVID just for a second because I was watching a segment with Tony Robbins today on YouTube talking about AI. Very interesting on its own. So worthy of checking out. But so Tony Robbins has been around for a while. There's no doubt that
yeah.
I've known him and of him for many years. He said he has a 52-year-old daughter. And I'm like,
What?
what?
He looks 52 years
Well,
old.
I know, and so that makes him probably 70-ish
70,
at
yeah.
least. And then it was funny because he said, "I have a 52-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old daughter because
Oh,
COVID,"
geez.
which was
Yeah.
awesome. 4-year-old daughter because of COVID, and yeah, I think a lot of people had,
Let's see.
life changes.
He's 66.
What? And he has a
He's 66.
52-year-old daughter?
That's what he says.
Well, he said it on the video. Maybe stepdaughter, I don't know. He didn't make that clear.
He has no, that's his spouse. Yeah, his first marriage started in 1984.
Okay, but
So
52? Dude,
50, that wouldn't be 52.
no.
Let's see. I'll go into now we got okay. Sorry, folks, you're gonna have to
No,
listen for a
no,
little bit
this is the
longer.
rabbit trail. Hey, welcome to
Yeah.
PoddiMouths. I don't know if you know this, but we sometimes go down rabbit trails. Nick is on one right now.
Yeah,
I
let's
like when he
see.
looks away, he's ignoring me, and
Oh,
that's
deep in
often I
thought.
don't know, I'm used to that because
He was born in
sometimes it happens at my
1960.
house. So he's my age. He can't have a 52-year-old daughter.
He could. You
Well,
just
he
have to be
could,
really
but Yeah. I mean, I was thinking
No,
about that
okay.
stuff back then, but
So Robbins's first child was with girlfriend Liz Acosta. Their son, their son, was born in 1984.
so didn't say when
Didn't say when.
his daughter was born.
You're gonna make me type now,
Cleared
aren't you?
airspace is just fine, ladies
It
and
is.
gentlemen. Don't let it bother you.
First
Mm.
child.
I was shocked to hear him say that. Okay, so he and I are about the same age. He's a little
Okay.
older.
Now, Tony Robbins' first child is his son, Jarek Robbins, born in 1984.
Uh-huh. Stepson, stepdaughter.
Must be a stepdaughter. Yep.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Can't believe he was starting that early.
Yep. And his second child, the young one, was born via surrogacy. It was not there. Yeah.
The 4-year-old?
Yep. No. Yes. Yeah. 4-year-old. Yes. Yep.
Wow. Okay, so and he's chalking that up to COVID. Okay. That
Yes. And
usually
there are
would.
other people saying his daughter is 50 years old, but
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I'm not
yeah.
judging. I'm just saying I was shocked because I always thought he was younger, and I was right. He's very young, my age, very youthful.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
You know what's good about your hand surgery? You can do
What?
what you're doing right now. You can put it.
Yeah.
You're using it as
Well,
sort of a thoughtful.
I am, but I'm actually doing that because my hands started hurting a little. So this is
No,
I'm
but
letting
it looked like
I'm
it was
keeping it elevated.
a very
Yeah.
thoughtful move.
And now I went down the rabbit hole and
You can't get out. Yes, we
no.
know.
Well, no, one of my friends was in a car accident.
Oh no,
It was not a very good. It's
not a
pretty
good car
rough one.
accident.
Yeah. Everyone's okay, but the car is
Toast.
you can't even tell what it is.
Oh my goodness.
I can see it's a Ford because it has the Ford emblem, but that's all that's
Well,
about. That's about all that's left.
Everybody's okay
Interesting.
though.
Everyone's okay. That's all that matters.
Amen.
And on that note,
Wow,
folks,
that was a good finish.
that was a good finish.
I have a friend.
Head up to PoddiMouths.com. Check out all of our past episodes. The Claw will be back soon. And all the merch.
I can't let
and,
go.
buy us a coffee. Can't let go. All that good stuff. Do all that stuff that normally. And if you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe.
Please
Smash that like button.
crush it.
Because it helps the algorithm. So, at least 37 people, 38. We're going for 38. 38 people will listen. That would be ideal. We're going to make
Tell your friends.
so little money.
And enemies.
Enemies, exactly. Folks, have a great week. Happy Memorial Day week. It's a nice short one for most of us, unless you're like my wife who had to work today. But,
no.
Other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoy. And we'll see you again back here soon. Peace and pancakes.
See ya.
Oh, you know what, John?
You forgot to get the setup for the outro.
To get the okay. We're gonna go through the whole thing again. No, we'll see you later, folks. Bye.
No, do it again.
Do it. You want to start all over?
I'm
No.
just kidding.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.